Hey there, welcome to my channel. This is Erica from Highland Hickory Designs, and today in this video I'm going to show you how to crochet the Scarecrow Halloween bag. Now these bags are great because you can use them for anything. You can stuff them like I did here and use it for home decor, or you can leave them unstuffed and fill them with treats for any little ghost or goblin in your life. So let's get started. First, you're going to need an H 5mm crochet hook, and I'm using Red Heart yarn just because Red Heart is pretty stiff. If you wash it, it softens up, but it's nice for these types of projects to have a stiff type of yarn. So what we're going to do is we're going to chain 21 to start. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, so this is going to be the base of our bag. We're going to be working in the back loop for the first part of this round, and if you look at the chains, there's going to be each chain is going to have 2 loops on the front, and then there will be another one on the back right here. We're not going to mess with the one on the back. The only ones we're concerned with today are the front and the back. The front would be the one facing you, the back would be the one away from you. And for the first part of this round, we're going to be working in the back loops only. Okay? So in the second chain from the hook, you're going to single crochet in the back loop only, and you're going to put 1 single crochet in the next. There'll be a total of 19. So this would be 1, this next one will be 2, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 18, and one more for 19, and you will have 1 chain left. Okay. So in your last chain, you're going to work 4 double crochets all in this last chain. Now it doesn't matter if you work in the back loop or the front loop or through 2 loops, because our next stitch is going to be worked into this side of our starting chain. So here, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so 4 single crochets in the last stitch. 1, 2, oops, 3, 4, and see how it's starting to work its way around? And now we're going to be working in the, what was the front loops, they're going to be the back loops now since you turned it, down the other side. So now we need 18 single crochets down. So get that tail out of there. 1, 2, 3, Oops, I went through both loops. If you go through both loops, it'll pull up. You'll get a pretty big hole in the bottom, so you kind of want to go through just that one loop so that it still leaves some kind of support in the base. And these are machine washable. Just follow the care instructions on your yarn packaging. And also remember that they do lose their stiffness once they are washed. But it will still work. Still make a cute little bag. You can still stuff it. Everything will be fine. All right, let's check this real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 18. Okay. So in our last stitch, since we already worked one over here and we need 4 for the end, we're just going to put in 3 single crochets, and that will complete the 4 to make the curve. So in this last front loop, what was the front loop? Do 1, 2, 3. So instead of slip stitching to complete the round, we're going to work all of this in the round with no stopping, and this eliminates the hard line that will go up the side. It will make the bag look nice and uniform the entire way up. So this is basically the easy part. You're going to be working through both loops like normal, all single crochets the whole way around. You're going to have a total of 44 stitches the entire way around. So let me show you round 2. So we're going to single crochet right into here, and then in every stitch around, single crochet, and we're just going to work in circles, round and round and round. Right around that corner, we just went single crochet in every stitch right around that corner. Oops. Okay, so here's where we left off last time. Whoops. No slip stitches to finish off the round. You just keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. Right around. And see how we're starting to get this boat shape in the bottom. This is going to be the bottom of your bag. and you'll just keep building and building the sides round and round. And I've actually completed the bag, so you don't have to sit here and watch me make the entire thing. Let's switch over to the proper bag. Okay, so here you go. When you're making the scarecrow, you want to crochet 37 rows. And if you're, you would just count them, like each one, the entire way up. And if you're not sure if it's even, like say you don't know which end to stop on, you'll count 37 rows up on this side, and then on this side it will also be 37 rows. And that's how you know it's completely even. So to finish this off, you will just, as long as you have 37 on this side and 37 on this side, just slip stitch and finish off. So then you're going to weave in your tail. Because the top of your bag is pretty much done. And if you want, you can do that invisible join so that all of your top single crochets run together the way they're supposed to. Since this is home decor, I am not really concerned about how well the end is weaved in. I don't really wash these too often, so I'm not concerned about it coming out. So anyway, you also get to decide which side of the stitch you like better, because they are actually different. They look different on different sides. If you can see, I like the way this side of the stitch looks better than this side, but that is totally preference. You can do whatever you want. So if you like this side better, just flip the bag inside out. You get to choose. What we're going to do now is we're going to crochet the nose in orange. And then once we're finished with that, we will cross stitch everything on and attach the buttons for his eyes and finish it up. All right, for the nose, you're going to take carrot or whatever orange you prefer, and your H 5mm hook, and we're going to chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and again we're going to be working in the back loops rather than the front loops because we're going to be working in the round. So in the second chain from the hook in the back loop, we're going to single crochet. And then you're going to single crochet in the next 2 chains in the back loops. 1, 2, and in this last chain we're going to 4 half double crochets, which will give us that arc to go around to work on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And we made it curve around to the other side. On this side of the starting chain in that back loop, well, it's back now, but it was the front loop before, we're going to single crochet in one, and in the next one single crochet again. And in this last chain, since we already have 1 here, we're going to need 3 to get that curve, that 4 curve at the end. So 3 single crochets in this last stitch. 2, 3. And since this is the end of making our nose, we're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet we made. Now the half double crochets give it a bit of a wider bottom and a more narrow top at the top for the single crochets. Finish off. Now if you want to, you can leave long tails for sewing it onto the face, but I found that when you put the black marks, when you put the black lines on here, it secures it really well. It's not going anywhere. Okay, so now we have our nose. We can begin to put the face onto our bag. With black, thread your large eye tapestry needle, and we're going to start at the base and work our way up. So we're going to do the mouth first. And the mouth, the center of the mouth, you want to try and stay about as center as you can. The mouth is going to be approximately 6 rows from the bottom of the bag. It doesn't matter if you work inward or if you go through the bag and work outward to start. It's totally up to you. We'll try to go in from the inside, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and about center. And here is where we're going to start creating our mouth. Give yourself a long tail. And you just start stitching. You can kind of use these lines as a guide. Don't pull too tight because you don't want your stitches to be too skinny. And this doesn't have to be exact because you know scarecrows are not exact. You can give any facial expression that you prefer. It's totally up to you. But it's much easier if you put the foundation of the smile on first before you add the X stitches over top. You can put those on when you're done. Let's see, how high do we want to go? Just a little bit more. Whoops. And if he has a crooked smile, it might be even cuter, so don't worry about being precise. Give him a little top to his smile. And now we'll work back the other direction. And the nice things about these bags is if you're just using them for home decor, it doesn't matter if there's a whole bunch of strings on the inside. No one's going to see them anyway. . I'm going a little crooked already. Oh well. Right about there. Okay. So now we have the first part of our smile. And just like we did before, you know, you can leave a long tail here and use this to put the X's on, which is what I'm going to do. And you can put as many or as little as you want on. And just cross it over. This actually reminds me of Hocus Pocus. Did you remember the part where Billy had his mouth sewn shut? And it looked like these X's over top of his mouth. So as you can see, I'm not being super precise with these. It's your Scarecrow. Make it however you want it. Oh, that one's a little big. One more. There you go. So inside the bag, you can take the 2 strings that are left over. If I can find them again. Just tie them together. And for the most part, that's going to keep them from coming undone. You might want to do a better job of that if this is going to be a candy bag that someone's going to be digging their hands into, but for home decor, it doesn't matter. Let's attach the nose. For the nose, you want the widest part on the bottom. It's a very subtle difference, but you can still see it a little bit. You want to place it approximately 5 rows above your mouth line. And just hold it into place. And you're going to use tapestry needle with black and just kind of stitch it in place. Kind of haphazardly, just like we did the mouth. nothing precise. Just make sure you don't stitch the whole way through the back, because then you won't be able to open your bag. And if it's crooked, it's fine. It gives your face character. There you go. And that should be enough to hold your nose. It's not going to go anywhere. And with that, you would just cut it and tie your two ends on the inside. Last thing we have is eyes. So I bought these at Walmart. They were like 97 cents. They were really inexpensive. You can use regular buttons with the 4 or 2 holes in the front or running through them. You know, whatever you prefer, but it's a 1/2 inch button. For the eyes, the hole in the back of my buttons are too small for me to get a tapestry needle through, so I'm going to have to use a regular needle and thread, which is fine. And it doesn't matter what color thread you use because it's going to be behind. Nobody's going to see it anyway. Unless you have the buttons with the 4 holes or the 2 holes, you might want to use black just so it blends in a bit better. And go ahead and place your eyes. Here, let's do this a different way. Let's run this through first. Oops. And secure it. And decide where you want to place your eyes. And stitch those on. I'll run that through the hole again. Hold tight. And get these pretty secure. If you are making this for very small children, I would recommend the safety eyes rather than the buttons. And run your thread through quite a few times. I just did it pretty quickly to demonstrate for you. They're roughly about there. Okay, and then we would tie that on the inside. And the last thing that we have for our face is going to be the little bitty eyebrows. So again, you'll need some black, and you can design your eyebrows however you want, friendly, angry, however you want to do it. And that is just, if you do it like the example, it's just 2 little stitches per eye. Let's see, that one's up higher, huh? Alright, slightly different from my example, but I'm in a hurry because this video is starting to run long. So anyway, after this point, where you have everything secured in the back on the inside in here, you can decide if you want to fill it full of the polyfill, and you can get this at Walmart or any craft store, or if you want to fill it with candy. It would hold quite a bit of candy. Quite a bit, because it's a large bag. The finished size of this bag is 9 inches by 5 1/4 inches, so it's very large. And once you're finished stuffing it however you would like to, you wrap raffia around the top, and this gives it almost a straw-like appearance. I'm all out of raffia, or I'd show you with the new one. But that's it. You would just secure it tightly at the top, and it's ready to go for home decor or for giving away as gifts. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you so much if you stuck around the whole way to the end. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.